morning, guys. Got a coffee here. It's a Sunday. It's quite quiet, cloudy, not too bad. So I figured I'm going to be busy tomorrow, which is Monday, which is when I normally do my coffee times. So I figured I'd knock out the coffee time today. It wouldn't be a coffee time if I wasn't talking in a work Discord either. I wanted to show you something real quick. This guy, the Colossus Burst. Now, this is something I promised someone a very long time ago that I would paint and send it. And this belongs to a guy called Crypto Viper. Crypto, here it is. I'm working on your Colossus now, mate. Thank you for your patience and waiting for as long as you have. You are a bloody saint. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. A couple of years ago, I did a charity stream. And in that charity stream, if you donated above a certain amount, I would 3D print you, and paint you, and then ship it to you, a model of your choice. And Crypto is a huge fan of classic X-Men. So think, the 60s, 70s, 80s comic era X-Men. So the original Stan Lee, Jack Kirby era X-Men. And so I tried looking for a classic era Colossus, and all the ones I found I didn't like. This one is a Colossus from not Days of Future Past. It's anyway. So long story short, it's here. I've started it now, and I even went ahead and bought some specific metallic airbrush paints just for this model, and I'm finally cracking the seal on those bad boys. And I have to give props to Vallejo. That's the company who make the paints. They're still fucking good, and it's been like 2 years since I printed this model. He has broken several times. I've had to repair him several times. But finger in the air. But I'm going to be getting him done. Fingers crossed. I've got to touch up his face in certain spots and whatnot. But I'll be getting him done relatively soon. I am started a video series on him, same as I've done a video series on my Star Wars Legion stuff. I've got about 8 or 9 videos I've got to edit on that second computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab those video files, drag them over onto this computer, edit them, upload them, and then and they won't be going on the gaming channel. They're going on my old modelling channel. I found the password and username and revitalised it and bringing it back and whatnot. So I will be updating that again, bringing it back, and so yeah, that's what I've got going on, guys. I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time wet blending and stuff, and doing some nice tricks and stuff to this burst of Colossus. So that's going to go to my friend Crypto. Thank you, Crypto, for waiting so patiently like you have. You are a saint. In my Star Wars Legion stuff, I've got an ATST that I finished. I've got another 2 ATSTs I've got to print and build. Mostly because I'm doing I do scouts in sets of 3. Even though technically scout bikers came. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was there 4? 3 or 4 scout bikers? Let's see. Twatted one. Stole his bike. That's 1. And then, yeah, it's 3. Scout units of 3. And so I'm going to do another 2 ATSTs and add those into a scout unit of another 2. Spoke to my lovely partner. Spoke to my Evelyn. She's doing good. She's just incredibly busy with work and with night school and a ton of other stuff. So I am dealing with that. And so speaking to her for a bit was nice. I'm not gonna lie, it was nice. And we caught up, and she was explaining to me some things that's going on in her life, and a big part of me just wanted to pick her up and cuddle her and hug her and love her and tell her it's gonna be okay and everything's gonna be alright. I need a freaking haircut. Badly. Yeah, I need a freaking haircut badly. And so yeah, that's been one of the things I've been getting used to. I also damaged the tendon in my right hand. I have a brace thingy over there I'm supposed to wear for an hour to 2 hours each day, depending on the level of pain I'm in. I am in quite a lot of pain now. The pain is literally right here, and it shoots up to my thumb, and that tells me it's my tendon, because I damaged the same tendon when I worked at Back of War Factories back in 2019. Yeah, 2019 into 2020, Christmas of 2020. I was there for a year non-stop. So I started February. I started just after my birthday, and then I quit Christmas the following year. So yeah, I was there for an entire year straight. No days off, no holiday, no nothing. It got to the point where the agency I was working for refused to call me and let me know if there were shifts, because I was working too much. And the funny thing was, when I contacted the factory directly, they were like, when you coming in? I was like, you got to talk to the agency. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, because the agency won't give me hours. I work too much apparently. And the factory manager, Lee, was like, well, I ain't having that. So we contacted the agency and demanded that I work for him, because apparently I was one of the best workers that agency ever provided him. And I didn't slack off. I didn't fuck around. I didn't do anything. I was there to do one job and one job only. That was work. I worked in low prep, in veg prep. I worked in deli. I worked in warehouse. I worked in packing. I worked wherever the hell they pointed in that general direction and said, go over there and work. And that's what I did. I did, literally, there were days I started off in low care veg prep and warehouse, and halfway through the night they were like, Dan, we need you on line A or wherever. And I'm like, gotcha. And so I would get out my low prep gear, get into high prep gear, walk right up to that line, look at the line manager and say, my name Danny, reporting for duty, sir. And they'd be like, what? Because so and so from low prep sent me. Oh, okay. Oh, I just needed to do this for me. Alright, so cool. And I'd do that non-stop, no questions asked. Everyone's piss moaning, complaining, asking, you know, when's lunch break, when's this, when's that. Not a peep out of me. Break would go off, you know, we'd stop, go get break. Hygiene would come along and clean the lines, clean the lanes, clean everything, do what they need to do. And they would we'd go have our lunch, come back, carry on. Sometimes they'd be like, oh, we're a little bit behind. I'd be like, alright, come on lads, we're a bit behind, let's pull our socks up, come on, we've got to catch up, you know. And we would. Or it would be like, oh, we're done for the night, if you guys want to stick around and pick up some bits elsewhere, go ahead. Or if you want to go home early, go home early. 9 times out of 10 they'd all be grabbing their gear and fucking off. Me, I'm like, I'll pick a different department then. And I'd go to the Risco machines, because I knew how to handle those when I was in the British Army. When I was in the reserves, because Risco machines is how we make our MREs. And some of the Risco machines they actually got from the British Army. So I knew those systems inside and out. I walked in there, and one of the guys was there, was like, you know, Jamal was there, and he was like, you know these machines? I'm like, yeah, that's a so-and-so 400, that's a so-and-so 910, that's a so-and-so 8, you know, and he's like, so you know these machines? It's like, yes I do, sir. Show me. Boop, 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 left, boop, 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 switch, boop, 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 roll the thing in, close it down, set, turn, done. After the third burp, hop, that's it. You don't have to hold the handle, so just blur, blur, blur. He's like, you really do know these systems? I'm like, yes I do, sir. And 9 times out of 10, right after that, it would be like my phone would ring at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Following day, can you order night, please, Danny? Yeah, sure I can. Okay, we'll report to Risco's. Okay, Risco it is in. Get to the factory. Put my high gear lot on. Go in. Walk straight through the factory, right down to the Risco machine. So what we doing? Jamal will be like, here's the list for tonight. Bloop. 6,000 this, 4,000 this, 8,000 this, 9,000 this. This is kilos, by the way. This. Okay, so we're doing a 28,000. We're doing a 28,000 kilo night. Yeah. Okay, cool. So if we offset this, and this to these 3 machines, they'll get done, knocked out quicker. If this is for this machine, this is for this machines. Has the couscous chute been repaired and cleaned? Let's check. Oh, Risco. Yep, that's cool. So we don't have to work up the couscous machine. And I explained to him what machines would do what quicker than others. You know, and we made it a lot more efficient. And I said to him, I need to know the cleaning cycles for the cruiser that's going to come down it. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I need to know when is hygiene going to come down here and do their sweep. Why? So I can work the machines around that. So got the times on when hygiene was going to come do and do a complete full floor clean and a few other things and whatnot. I'm like, cool. So we'll work out between this, and then this and this and this. And did that, and he was like, so when you're taking your lunch? I'm like, when you tell me to, you're my boss. And he's like, so what if I don't tell you to take a lunch break when I don't get a lunch break? Well, no, that's not, no, you can't do that. No. It's whatever. It is what it is. No pissing, no moaning, no complaining. I was there for a job, do the job. So I did the job. And I accumulated 3.5, almost 4 weeks worth of paid time off, PTO. Because I worked every bank holiday. So Christmas, New Year's, bank holidays, my birthday, St. Patrick's Day, St. George's Day, you name it, I worked them all. I didn't take a single day off, even when I was sick, even when I was injured. If I wasn't bleeding or pus wasn't coming out of me, which by definition is part of the health code is a health code violation, because none of that was happening to me, I went straight back to work. Popped a couple of Dayquil, went right to work. And because you're so cold in the factory, because they have to keep the temperatures below a certain point, you don't feel it. You just feel fine. It's just... But the moment you get home, wham, it hits you and you're like, ugh. So, popped a couple of Dayquil. I'm good. Knocked that shit out. Didn't take a single day sick. I still get emails from some of the factory staff there, and they keep asking me when am I coming back up to that area of England. I was like, I'm not as far as I know. And even if I did, I don't expect the same out of me. And they're like, well, why is that? And I'm like, well, I did what I did to impress you guys in hopes that you guys would offer me a contract. And I was never, ever, ever approached. I was never, ever asked. No. You guys never approached me. You guys never asked me. I might as well have not existed to you people. So why should I put myself out? And Lee apologised, just like, no, it's not like. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, we have a bulletin board. I'm like, yeah, but you were there, you were physically seeing me. You could have just walked up to me and said, hey Dan, there's a job opportunity in this department, you might want to look at the bulletin board, you know, drop a little hint to me, you know. And it dawned on him, and he was like, oh yeah, I should have. Yeah, but he didn't. Is what it is. And then shortly after I left, they started having a lot of strikes and stuff and whatnot over pay, and then COVID hit, and then a whole bunch of other stuff, and yeah. And I thought to myself, I'm fucking glad I got out of there. And that's the truth. Some of my friends who used to work there, who I'm still friends with to this day, they turn around and say to me that as much as they miss, you know, the work, and as much as they miss their friends and their comrades and the fun and the enjoyment that they had, sometimes they don't miss the petty bullshit caused by unions. See, I don't trust unions. I've never trusted unions. I will never trust a union. Because it's amazing how union leaders do nothing but end up with all the money. Like it's a Ponzi scheme. It's amazing that, ain't it? No one dare look into the unions. Oh no, no one dare look into unions. Union mafia, which is a thing. Why not? Union mafia is a thing, apparently. I didn't know that, but it is. Apparently it's a thing. So So I have been extremely busy going through emails, waiting on certain accounts to get approved so that I can carry on with my work, and various other things. Bloody work. I'm trying to do fucking two-factor shit. I'll deal with that in a bit. There's that sorted out. Anyway, so spoke to my Eve. Happy about that. And I'm going to a munch tomorrow where I'm help co-hosting it with Captain. Later in the month, I believe it's August 8th or 9th, I will be heading to Canada for a conference, so that's fun. I've got my plane booked, I've got my passport here, so I always keep it in this little thing. It's like a little wallet. It's got basic IDs, my, you know, things of that nature, and then I just right in here in that way, you know. Actually, I keep it like this, that way it's a lot harder for people to, you know, so that's my little passport, that passport pocket thingy. And so yeah, I'll only be gone for the weekend. I'll be leaving Friday, the event is Saturday, and I'll be coming home Sunday/Monday. So I'll be landing Monday. So yay! So I might do a coffee time later on in that day, or maybe through my phone as I'm coming home, where I'll be discussing more about it. I've decided to start talking more about my adult content side, but not actually going into detail, so therefore I'm not breaking terms of service. Some of you may or may not know I do adult content. No, I do not have an OF. I will never have an OF. My content I do is through my own production company and various other things. So yes, I keep 100% of my profits. I am not stupid. Oh, so yeah, spoke to my Evie. She's doing amazing. One of my play partners has gone on holiday. She won't be back for. She'll be coming back just as I'm leaving to go for my event. So hope she's having fun. She's gone on holiday with, you know, family and friends and whatnot. Wish her all the best. I will be meeting up with some friends earlier in the day tomorrow. Hence, this is what I'm doing in the coffee time now. I'll be meeting up with some friends, heading off to a hobby store because they've got a sale going on certain things, and I wanted to pick up a couple of booster packs for a Cracking Packs episode for Magic. Again, for the YouTube channel. It's just content. It's just content. So yeah, so our coffee's almost done, guys. So in fact, it is done. So the video's done. Anyway, you guys stay safe, have fun, and I'll see you in the next update. And most importantly, I love you all, and take care of each other.